So yes, as you guys can see, I did it. I went against all odds and I got the Switch 2. Now, I didn't get mine on midnight release because I honestly forgot that it was coming out, obviously dealing with everything that I've been dealing with the baby and whatnot. But I picked one up and I am very, very happy that I did. In this video, I'm going to be going over everything that I think about the Switch 2 so far, regardless of all the hate and criticism that it's getting because of the user agreement stuff. I'm not going to be talking about that in this video. I am going to be strictly focusing on the console itself, the performance, and the experience from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2. So, without further ado, let's play some Mario Kart and let's talk about it. Obviously, this is my first time playing Mario Kart World on the dock mode. This is my first time playing the dock mode in general, and I just want to say right off the bat, this game looks absolutely beautiful, and I am very, very happy with the way it looks. I've been playing majority of this game from a handheld perspective, and honestly, my experience with the handheld has been nothing short of just amazing and fun. So I just want to make sure that, I give credit where credit is due, because once again, I feel like Nintendo has outdone themselves with another beautifully handmade console, handheld console, to really, once again, set the standard for what I think handheld consoles should be and what they should look like. So I'm just gonna give props on that, because going into this, I think the main skepticism I had was, how well this console was gonna run as a handheld. There's not really a lot of handheld consoles out there that can compete and keep the quality that, games have nowadays. So I just think that it's super great that Nintendo has managed to create a handheld console that can keep up with the standards for like next gen gaming, if you would. Like all the games that I've played so far on the Switch 2, handheld mode specifically, have kept up with, kind of what was set in place, like the 60 FPS, and I haven't had, any stuttering issues. Like, seriously, I think the way this game runs on handheld, or this console runs on handheld, is absolutely beautiful. And I honestly wouldn't change too much about the way it runs. I think the one thing that I will say is I would love to see more games get a Switch 2 version. Because there are some games for the Switch 1 that I would love to be able to play on Switch 2, but I won't get they won't get a Switch 2 version. So I don't know that I'll get a chance to actually go back and play those games. And that's kind of sad that I won't get a Switch 2 version of some of my favorite games from the Switch 1. However, I have noticed on some of the games that I've played from the Switch 1, or the Switch 1 games I've played on Switch 2 via backwards compatibility, I have noticed that there is some slight performance enhancement. Nothing like game changing, but I've noticed some of the games on the Switch 1 run a little bit better on Switch 2. And yeah, I'm honestly happy with the way some of the Switch 1 games feel on Switch 2. I think it's definitely a step up from, where we were headed, and where we were. So that's obviously a good sign. Now, focusing strictly on the handheld mode, or the docked mode now, this console has absolutely outshined itself. I think the fact that it's graphically able to compete with the likes of PS5 and Xbox Series S are honestly, it's pretty freaking crazy. I didn't foresee it being able to do that, but it has. Now, the only thing I will say is I would not recommend going for Cyberpunk 2077 on the Switch 2. Now, at least not right now, because it does not run well at all. It actually runs pretty terrible. And so I wouldn't recommend going for Cyberpunk 2077 at the moment. That's the only game that I would honestly advise staying away from right now with the $80 price tag that Nintendo is putting on their games. Which, do I think it's ridiculous? Yes, I do. I think it's a little ridiculous. Regardless of what the games offer, I think it's a little bit ridiculous that they are charging that much for a game. But hey, Nintendo fans will do whatever Nintendo fans are going to do to get their hands on new Nintendo product, and honestly, more power to them. I'm not a huge Nintendo fanboy, but I mean, I did grow up having a DS and stuff like that, if that means anything. So I'll leave it at that. I have definitely supported Nintendo over the years, and the Switch 2 is no different. Obviously, as you can see, I'm still sitting here playing and supporting it. So I'm not gonna, you know. Oh my god, dude, this is actually retarded. Sorry, excuse my language. That was so stupid. That's the first time I've seen that ability. But yeah, I don't honestly, performance-wise, I don't have any beef with this console. I think all of the games on it run great. As you can see, they look great. The store, I know this is weird, but the store runs really freaking well. And like, I don't know if you guys know, but if you played the Switch one, you'll know what I'm talking about, and you'll know why I'm actually weirdly excited about it. Because the store on the Switch 1 ran absolutely terribly. Like, the store on the Switch 1 absolutely sucked. It was laggy, it was slow. It took forever to even, like, load everything in the store. And it was just... It took you, like, what felt like 3 hours to buy a game on the, like, eShop on the, like, first Switch. So I'm very, very, very happy with the fact that they have managed to get rid of that feeling, because God, I mean, that was, dare I say, one of the most dreadful parts about this game, or this console, or the Switch 1, is fucking trying to buy a game on that console was just ridiculous. It was like freaking pulling teeth, man. It was so dumb. So dumb. Alright, whatever. I can't get you with that one, so I'll just get you with that one. But yeah. Honestly, needless to say, I'm having a lot of fun with this console, and I don't regret buying it. I know there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to say what they want to say because of the whole user agreement stuff. And, you know, I understand that, but my whole thing with the user agreement stuff is like, the only people that have anything to worry about are the people that are actually going to be modding their consoles. And I've personally never supported that anyways. So it's like, why would I be worried about something that I don't even, you know, do or like, you know, participate in? So yeah, that's the way I'm looking at it. I know I don't have to be worried about it because I don't participate in doing that kind of stuff. So I'm not worried about it. So it doesn't affect me. And then that's kind of the end of the way I feel about that, to be honest. I don't have too many opinions. This is going terribly, by the way. No! Oh my god. Thank you, God. Holy crap. I thought I was going to lose that, to be honest. Oh my god. That felt weird, to be honest. I didn't think I was going to win, but I did. But yeah, I think that's going to conclude it for my Switch 2 review. Sorry if I repeated myself a lot or was stuttering a lot. I don't normally cover or do reviews. So, there you go. That's just my honest review as an unbiased, non-Nintendo fanboy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one, alright?